Hello everyone and welcome to an all-new Geek World Order video. Randy here, and today I'm sitting out in front of my local Barnes & Noble. I know you're saying, hey, it's a big chain bookstore, but they just recently announced that, well, they're not closing, they are moving to another location a little bit down the main road here. And so I did want to go and take a look through the store. I wanted to go ahead and kind of document it for posterity, just so I have something to go back and look on down the road, because this Barnes & Noble opened probably almost 30 years ago. Yes, in the late 1900s. And I've lived in this town pretty much my entire life. So I was here when the store opened. I spent a lot of my teenage years here. You know, when I got my driver's license, I would come to Barnes & Noble. I would, you know, there's a Barnes & Noble right there, and then catty corner is the Best Buy, and the mall is behind me. If y'all know the 192 area of West Melbourne. But yeah, that was like my hangout area. And obviously, since then, through my college years, my early adult years, my 20s and 30s, as kind of the allure of some of these places has faded. Barnes & Noble is probably the one I go to the most still. Like Best Buy, I haven't really been to as much since they stopped selling physical media, pretty much, just about. And the mall is the mall. There's way better malls. Or if I actually want to go to a mall, I'll probably go to Orlando because they got way better malls. But man, this Barnes & Noble, like, I'm sure, like, obviously I'll go to the new one. But I have so many memories of this Barnes & Noble. It's crazy. There's a lot of nostalgia, a lot of, you know, good things. I've hung out with a lot of friends at this store. I've bought and read so many books from this store, so I do want to take a little bit of a stroll here, kind of before they close up the new store, and I'll take a look, and maybe I'll do a vlog later on down the line where I check out the new store, kind of see what maybe some of the more updated features of like newer Barnes & Nobles are like. But that's kind of the thing. I want to go through the store today and I just kind of want to document it for posterity, just so I can go back and look on and say, yeah, that's the Barnes & Noble where I hung out when I grew up. You know, this store basically followed me from my, you know, my early teen years to my, you know, being 40. So I'm going to go inside and then we'll check it out. We'll just take a nice little look around and have something to remember the store by. And here we are, the exterior of the building. Pretty much unchanged since it's opened. But yeah, this store has been just a part of my life for so long, and it's gonna be weird. I think the plan is actually tear this building down and turn it into a Chick-fil-A, from what I understand. Like a new concept Chick-fil-A on this high volume corner. So that'll be interesting. But yeah, we're gonna approach the front doors. And it's sad. It really is. It's kind of coming up to these doors that I have opened so many times in my life. And it's just going to be an interesting thing. Kind of go through here. But yeah, these doors that I have opened so many times will soon close permanently. But a new chapter will start as we come into the store. And then just off the door here, of course, the new and noteworthy section. You can see some displays already taken up. I imagine part of the store is just gonna shrink because I do believe they are offering a lot of books. Yep, there's the moving sale, 50% off. So I'm definitely gonna look and see what I can find here, but I'll go through some of the new and noteworthy stuff. The game section. So yeah, I can already tell. Yeah, the shelves are already clearing out, so So yeah, this section, a lot of the sports books, self-help, diet, nutrition. But yeah, I'm just gonna take a walk around here. But yeah, a lot of stuff is already coming off the shelves, and that's fine. Things are gonna be contracting, so we'll see. Yeah, because where they had the cookbooks and then the periodicals, all the stuff. So yeah, so even now, so I think technically there's still like another month to go that the store is still closed. I think the last day for the store to be open is the 18th, but yeah, the magazines, you go to the back wall. This was the section where they had like the puzzles, the games, some of the stuff for younger kids. And a lot of these sections are already contrasting. I don't know what these are, these boxes. Yeah, I wonder if I could take one of these boxes, that'd be interesting. So this is where a lot of the reference materials were, nature, wildlife. So a lot of the sections are surprisingly already contrasting. So you can see the store closing. Okay, got a Harry Potter display here. But yeah, so much of it is already contracting. You can see the kids section there. So already moving, and a lot of books here. So yeah. The once bustling children's section. As we move more along the back wall, yeah, this is where a lot of the history, religious books, world and U.S. history. So yeah, a lot of those, that's what these sections held, was a lot of those kind of books. After religion, history, as you kind of get near the front of the store, you get more of the music stuff. And then this front section was the technology books. But yeah, you can tell a lot of stuff is surprisingly already selling. Crafts and hobbies. All right, then we'll take a step here into the music section. I know a lot of stuff wasn't, even as, physical media. This was probably one of the sections of the store I didn't check out a lot of, but the music section, always a good section, but as you can see, there's a lot of stuff that's already sold, but still good just to kind of take it all in, see where things are, just for posterity. So, walking out of the music section, and then across from the music section, of course, you had the Starbucks cafe in the middle of the store. So this was a nice feature that really got a lot of use. I definitely spent many times here. I would definitely get a lot of drinks from here. So, because that's the thing with a good bookstore, right? Gotta have that little cafe. There's the information desk in the middle of the store. Never really had to use that a lot, but yeah. As you can see, kind of how things are condensing down. Things are rocking. But yeah, so weird, man. Of course, some of the aisles where I used to hang out a lot, the sci-fi and other sections, so definitely a lot has already condensed down here. We're back. So yeah, these shelves are, as you can see, they're empty. But yeah, science fiction. I don't know how many hours I spent probably just in this one particular aisle looking at, obviously I bought a lot of Star Trek books. I think most of my Star Trek books came from this very Barnes & Noble. or at least the ones I bought brand new. But yeah, the science fiction and fantasy section. But yeah, I did want to linger on this aisle for just a few minutes because this was my jam. This was my section. And it's so crazy to see that it's so condensed already. Like I said, I might look to see if there are some books, but I don't think we're gonna have a lot. At this rate, I'm not sure if this store is gonna stay. I mean, they may move up as of right now, I think sometime in March is the expected opening of the new store. But yeah, that is the Barnes & Noble. So yeah, looks like they got a lot of manga and manga stuff left, so thing. Okay, there's the sci-fi stuff, but I'll take a look here, see if there's anything I actually want to buy. But definitely tell a lot of it's been gone through, but that's okay. But yeah, this has just been going through, taking a look, seeing what's left of the romance and the fiction sections. But yeah, it's so interesting, man. Like I said, this store has been around for almost 30 years. And for me, it's held a lot of memories. It's held a lot of special times in my life. A lot of things that, like I said, I did a lot of my growing up in this store. Definitely sat here a lot and studied a lot of things, but yeah. This is the move. Yeah, there's that moving sign. They are moving. So, as of right now, like I said, sometime in February they are expected. And then, as of right now, the opening of the new store, honestly, I'm not even sure if the new store is like half a mile away. It's very much down the street. There's a plaza just down the street with a Steak and Shake, Chipotle, all that stuff. But yeah, moving sales, so a lot of everything is on sale right now. But yeah, so many memories of this store. Okay, and then right by the music section, you kind of had that front section of the store. So this is where a lot of like your home and garden, your photography, pet books, things like that. This back wall was probably where you get notebooks, journals, things like that. But yeah, they have greeting cards up here. Oh, journals. I wonder if the journals are on sale. Although to be fair, I don't really need any more notebooks than I have right now. But yeah, kind of just this open section. There was a lot more of the stuff, the books, greeting cards, journals, things like that. And of course, up front were the registers. But yeah, everything's just so sad. And then you just kind of come here to the middle section of the front. This is where a lot of the clearance books would be. And those clearance bestsellers and different things like that. Definitely got a lot of stuff in there for real cheap. Got some interesting books throughout the years. There's some kids book, but overall, but yeah, can't forget to check out the front of the store here too. So we eventually make it to the registers. And I am in the cafe. So I did just grab a couple of books. I grabbed Stephen King's Shawshank Redemption and a Strange New Worlds novel that had come out, and a Vanilla Bean Frap. So I figured, hey, if if the store's closing soon, I don't know if I'm going to have another chance to come in before this particular location closes, or if they decide to close it before things happen. So I figure, depending on if all the books sell out. But yeah, I figured, let's just hit the cafe one more time. Figured I should make at least one last book purchase from this location that has served me so well over the years. So it's just kind of a, hey, once more unto the breach. And, obviously Barnes & Noble, see you on the other side. But yeah, looking forward to hopefully creating some new memories in the next store. But I figured, you know, hey, just one last time in a cafe at this location, and figured I'd just go ahead and do it. Gonna enjoy this frap and just think back on the memories. Alright guys, but yeah, that'll do it for this vlog. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along on this journey with me as I remember the Barnes & Noble that I grew up in. So, like I said, this particular location is closing, but I just wanted to have something to look back on, to watch. And yes, I did want to have this, and I did want to do the sign up here in the science fiction section one last time, because what else you gonna do, right? But that'll do it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all those things that help the algorithm. And I'll see you all in the next one.